I don't know if you guys could hear it on the last episode, but my throat was like dying. My voice basically died right after I recorded the last episode, so I had to take a little bit of a break. I had planned to record a lot more episodes that recording session, and then that did not happen because I could not speak. And I think you could tell. I think you could tell that my voice was a little weak.
Haven't you bothered us enough?
But we're back. Didn't miss a day of publishing because I record these things far enough in the future that it doesn't threaten to delay the release. But just so you know. Remember last episode how the game more than subtly hinted that we may have to face Biron and Yankee? Guess what we're going to do? We're going to face Biron and Yankee. They have a score to settle with Kamari. So they're going to fight him. Oh, they broke his horn. Did we know that? Was that information that we knew? I know they taunted him about the horn before, but I don't know if they actually admitted to breaking it.
I will win.
Will you win, Kamari? You're like so much smaller than them, and there's two of them.
Kimari problem.
It's true, Ronsos deal with Ronso problems, so. Alright, go get him. So this is the fight. It's 2-on-1. Once one of them gets defeated, the other one either goes into Berserk or I think casts like a whole bunch of stuff, and you don't want Berserk, so I'm gonna hope I get the right one. I can't remember. This is also the fight where you can learn a lot of new overdrives from these guys that you may have missed over the course of the battle or the course of the game so far. I think each of them will probably give us about 2 to 3, and that'll be really helpful because it'll not only teach us a new attack, it'll also fill our overdrive meter. Just like that. I don't think thrust kick will actually eject them, so I don't think it's worth it. I kind of want to try it, but I don't think it's gonna work. Maybe we'll try it later. Jump does a good amount of damage. They're pretty weak. But if they go into Berserk, they do like double damage, and Bulldoze could really hurt us. So I think it's the bigger one that goes into Berserk, and the other one doesn't. So that's what we're gonna deal with. Let's you gotta keep your health. Just keep it above 1,000. Just make sure, just in case they miraculously get like 7 attacks in a row. Hey, it could happen. You saw what happened when we sent Valifor out against that spider thing. Even though the screen said we'd get 1 attack, we just kept attacking, and it did not stop us ever. Ideally, they would stop bulldozing and we could hit them both at the same time, but that's not happening. Okay, so we've exhausted that one.
This is the strength of Kimari.
Yeah, taunt us all you want. Mighty Guard. I think that nullifies 1 element each, I believe. But let's give it a shot. Because we can hit both of them in theory if this doesn't nullify. I think it does, but we'll test it. Yeah, okay, whatever. It still did damage. It's not like we're really worried about what's happening right now. Okay, we still want to get that one for overdrive. Oh no, we're done. Okay, so we have no more overdrives to learn from them. We don't have all of them, and we're not going to get all of them. Oh, it casts Protect too. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're not going to get all of them over the course of the game. There are a couple that we're just not going to bother with. Not going to lie to you and say we'll get them. Heal up here. But we're going to get most of them. I mean, we got most of them from this fight alone. You can get pretty much all the ones in the game up to this point. Maybe you miss 1 or 2, but pretty much all of them, and we will pay for this. What are you gonna do? Haste. Oh, okay. That's a lot better than Berserk. I can deal with haste. Haste is fine. We're gonna kill you in like one more attack, dude. Too bad Kimari didn't learn haste. That would make this fight even easier. Look at that bulldoze. 64 damage. That's nothing. Alright, well, we won. I have lost to that fight before. Mostly by targeting the wrong one. I couldn't remember which one it was, so we got lucky there. I didn't look it up or anything. But you absolutely can just get blindsided, and you just cannot heal fast enough for like double turn berserks, bulldoze from the bigger one. He winds up doing like, I guess it depends on your defense stat, but a lot of damage. It doesn't work out well for you. It also depends what path you send Kimari down. It makes that fight easier or harder because he's the blue mage, right? So he can basically go down any path you want him to. I typically send him down like Waka's path, which means he has decent enough strength, decent enough defense. But if you send him down like Yuna's path, I can see how that fight could be a lot harder. Also, now that we beat them up, they respect us. That's cool, I guess. It'll help us out. This is another episode that I realized would be a lot better if I recorded in post, which is what we're doing for the rest of the series. We're going to climb Mount Gagazet, which is a long stretch with a lot of enemies, and we're going to just run away from most of them, but there's almost no story. There's like one sphere I think we can get, one NPC we can interact with, and then just a couple of cutscenes, but it's like, it takes like half an hour.
But I fear that no one will make a statue for
Especially if you actually like stop and fight people, so we're not going to do a whole lot of that. We'll fight the easy ones. We don't want to get too underleveled, but
that would be wonderful.
It's a long stretch. It's also a really good grinding spot. So if we needed to, we could grind here for a while. I remember when I was a kid, there's a boss fight at the top of Mount Gagazet, or not the top,
with Yuna by my
but
side.
but a place on Mount Gagazet. There's a boss fight. Next episode is going to be a boss fight, and it's a really difficult boss fight if you don't know what you're doing. I remember the first time I played through this game, I probably grinded for 5-6 hours just so I could beat that boss fight. Because I didn't want to look it up. I was that kid where if I got stuck in an RPG specifically, not like if I got lost, but if I got stuck on a fight, I wouldn't look up how to beat it.
What is it this time?
Unless I got really stuck. But like with an RPG, you can almost always just brute force it if you're high enough level. I learned that from Pokemon. Pokemon was like my first, not my first video game, but my first RPG, certainly. I learned if I could not beat something, one, look for weaknesses. Pokemon's all about that type advantage. And B, you can always brute force it with levels. That's why Pokemon challenges are a whole thing now, because all you have to do is brute force it with level. You can beat the Elite Four with almost literally any Pokemon. I mean, people have done it with Magikarps, so it can be done. So yeah, when I was a kid, for the boss fight at the top of this is like the point of the game when I remember grinding the most as a kid. I don't know if that was the case, but it's the one I remember the most. So we'll see. We'll see how well we do this go round. We are underleveled, but we're also smarter. And I know this game a lot better now, given that, you know, I have played it. So they're singing the Hymn of the Faith, I think. I think that's what it's called. They're wishing us a good journey. So now we're going to double speed it. Just speed up Gagazet. These are the types of enemies we are going to fight, just because, well, we can one-shot each of them. We're actually pretty good on Aeons. Again, we're going to need our Aeons for the boss fight. These guys aren't too bad, and the ones with high health we can insta-kill with Riku, so they're really good experience things. At least they're not giving us full levels each battle now. That was a little bit annoying.
These mark the graves of summoners and guardians who failed.
Oh, that's sad. There's only like 3 of them on the whole mountain, though. Also, that's a short cutscene. Sure. There's a couple of those graves scattered throughout. These guys, see, I don't want to fight the bombs, but I can one-shot the other dudes, which gives us like a little bit of experience, and every little bit helps. Not too concerned. Uh-oh. We got ambushed. We might just die here. Look at that guy did 2,200 damage. That's so much damage. That is an insane amount of damage. If we just flee, it might fail. Oh. That guy missed. If that guy hit and crit, we actually could have been wiped there. That would have been super fun and not at all annoying. I mean, we did save relatively recently, but I really need to get something with first strike. It's an ability on an item that just lets you always have the first hit, regardless of ambushing, regardless of anything. What could be hidden in this little crevice here? Also, we don't want to fight these guys. They're annoying, and I don't want to. Braska sphere. Why is Braska recording it? Why would he hide it like way out there? I mean, I guess so no one else finds it, but why would he assume Yuna would find it?
Now that you're watching this sphere, you must be very beautiful, like your mother. I wish I could see you.
Well, too bad you're dead. There's Orin just looking sadly at the grave.
Oh, by the way, Jecht and Orin send their regards.
Do they though? Why don't they just send their
So far,
regards?
Our journey has been very entertaining.
Too bad we're not going to see a whole bunch of it.
It is a hard journey, but I have no regrets. It is the path I have chosen.
People, when 10.2 came out and it got a, let's call it a lackluster response from you heathens out there. People were like, oh, I really want a prequel with Braska and Jecht and Orin, and I'm just like, no, it would just be the same game, but less fun because you have fewer people. Like, it would be really easy to do, I think. Like, you have all of the assets you need for it, but you would have one fewer antagonist. You would have no Seymour stopping you. He's like the hardest part of this game is beating Seymour each time. I know we've made it relatively simple in this game, except for the first time where I died, but let's ignore that. That didn't happen. But like his fights are generally regarded as some of the most difficult in the main game. There are optional bosses that we're not gonna mess with. Oh, these guys. Huh, that guy's actually faster than us. That's interesting. Oh, why is... Oh, Titus is a sleeve. That's also not great. Okay, can we just... Wait, kill these guys? Okay, they can just kill Titus. That's fine. That's okay, that's good. I forgot Waka's ball right now is evade and counter, so he dodges all physical attacks and then does a counter attack. It's just really good. We're getting one shot quite a bit here. I don't like that. That's not great.
Summoners that die.
I know the boss, not at the top, but the boss we're gonna fight also has the ability to one shot us if we're not careful.
Why not?
Who would send them? They die alone.
Oh, that's why there's so many fiends here, because of all the failed summoners and all their terrible guardians who didn't protect them,
Many
unlike
have
us.
become fiends, and they may want Yuna's company.
Well, Yuna will be fine.
That's right, Yuna will be fine. She can summon, like, Aeons. Aeons can meet everything on this whole path. Man, I do not like this setup. These guys they're too strong. I don't like them at all. Ha, he attacked the wrong one. What a loser. Oh, Titus missed? That's like his whole job, is to kill that thing. Good thing Kamari also has piercing. Oh, that is so strong. That's like 2,000 damage to each person. That is unfair. It's way too good. That's 6,000. I can't do 6,000 damage with one attack. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I guess an Aeon Overdrive, but Aeon Overdrives are special and precious. Ooh, Preemptive Strike. This is what I want. Give me all of the Preemptive Strikes, please. That's a lot of damage. I mean, it was a crit, but even still. Valifor needs just a little bit to get to hit the overdrive, and Valifor's overdrive is pretty good, so there we go. Now we're good. I think that's everyone. I think that's all the Aeon overdrives we have, which, again, it's a boss, so you know how we're going to take it out. Overdrive spam. It's, I mean, if the game's going to give us the option, it's not cheap. It's almost an intended strategy. I mean,
Father, give me strength.
there are some bosses that instantly kill your Aeons when you use them, so you basically have to use them just for overdrives, right? Also, Titus still has the null Thunder Bracer that we got from the Thunder Plains, so that's why that did no damage. What is this gonna do? It's pretty good. 1650. I'll take it. Let's get our fast crew out there. That's what we want. We want to take out one and then flee. It works. 830 experience. That's. I mean, that's not bad. But who's this?
Greetings,
Want?
Yuna. My name is Want.
Who are you, Wants? Have we seen you before?
We have met several times before.
Yuna, I don't think we have.
Not running today?
Have we met him?
I have to carry on my brother's business.
Your brother?
You've met him, I think.
Oh, Owaka the 23rd. I remember Owaka the 23rd. We gave him some monies.
You're that guy's brother?
Wants is
My
Owaka's
brother
brother.
wanted to
Okay.
come help Lady Yuna.
Imagine being in a family
Imprisoned him for helping
where one of
traitors.
the children
They imprisoned him
is named
because of us.
Owaka the 23rd because he is supposed to carry on the family
He
legacy,
told me
and then your name is
before he
just
took it.
Want.
Don't worry about me. Just
Or
go help
Wants.
Lady Yuna.
Like, you know you're not the favorite child.
Why would your brother do this for us?
Anyway, you have to talk to Wants here.
Hey, this isn't the time for
After,
talking. There's
spoiler alert, we
dealing
get
to
the
be
airship
done.
again.
Welcome
And we
to
basically have free
Oasis.
roaming capability. After we get that, Wants shows up in Macalania Woods, and he sells 4 slot items and armor. So weapons and armor. And those are basically the best things you can get because you can fill them with whatever you want. So specifically for the optional bosses, we're going to do a little bit of it in this playthrough just because I want to. I want to make it easier.
He's doing the same for
Thanks.
Especially for the armor. Like, the armor is really, really handy. You can get like auto potion, auto phoenix, where it basically, if someone dies, you will instantly revive or heal them. It's really, really good. There's some stuff I want here. Basically anything. Zombie stuff is pretty good because there are a couple of enemies in the near future that inflict you with zombie and then insta-kill you, and it's really, really fun. There's also one who inflicts you a zombie, and if you are not zombie, you get insta-killed. It's really, really, really fun, and not at all cheap, especially the first time you're playing it, and you don't know that. We also bought some power distillers, because I completely forgot that in the international version of the game and the remasters, you just get abilities to distill those. Like, Auron has power, Kimahri has speed, I want to say, question mark? No, Titus probably has speed. Kimahri probably has magic, I don't know. Anyway, you get an attack that does that. But we were running low on physical sphere stuffs. Ah, you missed. Oh, I hit me. I don't know if that can confuse. I don't know if these levels of plants do the confusion, but I know some of them do.
All this way, only to fail. It must have been tough.
That was not worth not speeding up. Freaku moves first. We're just gonna steal. That's gonna be a constant theme. Anything down here? No, it's just a path. Okay, cool. I like just paths. That's fun. Man, I really wish Titus could hit the things he's supposed to hit. That would be really helpful. And good, even. But he's missed twice in a row, that wolf. Also, it's supposed to be 1.5 to that wolf, and it was 100% not. So, that's good. Waka's my only good attacker on that wolf now. Whatever. No, there's nothing down there. I don't know the point of that path. Oh no, we got ambushed. We got ambushed. We're gonna die. Actually, the bombs aren't really much of a threat until they blow up, and then they will, like, murder us. Why does he get 2 attacks? I mean, I know we got ambushed, but why do they each get 2 attacks? That's too good. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. One's got the most health by, like, a lot, and they still killed him. Okay, pretty sure after this fight, that's gonna be the episode. So, come back next time, and we'll maybe defeat a boss, possibly. I don't know. I mean, it's possible the boss beats us. I'm not very good.